The RRHA is pausing evictions for the first time in 2 years. Currently, 60% of Richmond public housing tenants are behind on rent, and a smaller number are far behind. But as Raven Brown tells us, they won't have to worry about getting kicked out, at least not for now.
The Housing Authority plans to pause rent evictions for at least 30 days while staff members recheck rent calculations. $3.2 million. That's how much roughly 1,500 Richmond public housing tenants owe in back rent, according to the RRHA.
Are there some cases where there could have been human error? Where in some cases where we made a miscalculation? Sure, that's what it's called, human error. But most of that, you don't get the 3.2 million like that or just rent miscalculation.
Now, after criticism by some city leaders and families, RRHA is putting a 30-day freeze on evictions and stopping legal action so their staff can recheck their rent calculations. It's also launching the Compassion Action Initiative to reach tenants who have fallen behind.
We are income-based housing. There are other stakeholders and organizations in the city they're based on housing the unhoused, right? So we are now bringing them to the table to say if a person or families find themselves at the end of that housing continuum, that they're already at the table with us. And so we can do what's called early intervention.
Council member Stephanie Lynch says she appreciates the Housing Authority's effort, but says it's not enough.
Until we fix some of these systems issues, which are solidly, on RHHA and HUD and the state and local government to try and fix, right? Until we fix that and do our part, I think trying to get get money from these residents, get their rent payments, get them to come current, is not really operating from a place of compassion.
RRHA is also not filing any new cases during the freeze. Nesmith says he plans to present the detailed plan next month to RRHA's Board of Commissioners. In Richmond, Raven Brown, 12 on your side.
Thank you, Raven.